Imagine being in your darkest hour, going through the darkest situation in your life, and you called a constituent instead of a confidant, but you thought they were a confidant. But how did you know they was a constituent? Because they exposed you in your darkest hour. They had to let everybody know instead of keeping it confidential.
Since these my constituents, let's keep that 100, man. Y'all ain't really for me, so everything y'all invite me to, the way you acting like you feel about me, all the cap you putting on it, you can really honestly miss me with it. Because this is my confidant. In-laws. Yeah, don't be confiding in in-laws. Yeah, because in-laws is your constituents. Don't be confiding in co-workers, because co-workers is your constituents, okay? Everybody who doing the same thing you doing, they ain't for you. So the 3 types of friends, we're going straight to the thumbnail. What are exactly the 3 types of friends that you specifically talking about?
You have your confidant, you have your constituent, you have your comrade. Those are the 3 types of friends that you need to know, or those are the 3 types of people, I guess, not just friends. Those are the 3 types of people that you're going to encounter or come across in life, and you need to know what category to put them in. Okay,
so let's go ahead and start with the easy part. Which of these 3 types of friends, 3 types of people, would everyone prefer?
A confidant.
Okay, what is a confidant?
A confidant is a person who is for you and what you are for. When I think about a confidant, I think of somebody who loves you unconditionally, a motherly figure. Like for my sons, there have been a lot of things as a mother that I don't agree with when it comes to my sons, or no matter how disrespectful they become, I am their confidant. I'm going to ride with you no matter what. I don't care what you do. I love you unconditionally. I am here. You know what I'm saying? I'm fortunate to have some people outside of family that I can say, or a person or 2 that I can say outside the family that I have a confidant in. So that's what I would say a confidant is.
Okay. And so now we went to the best type of these friends. What's the worst one?
Comrade.
What is a comrade?
A comrade is going to be a person who is not for you. They're not for what you're for, but they are willing to fight against what you're against.
So how would I even encounter a comrade?
Well, you know how sometimes you can have a person in your life and y'all are growing, right? And so you might have thought they was a confidant or a friend, and eventually y'all grew each other. But at the end of the day, they'll come and fight when you're ready to fight. If you want to look at it in a natural sense, I can think of some people, I can say, I don't like this person. They don't like that person either. So they're there with me. I can think that's my friend, but really they're not my friend. They don't like that person anyway. So they're going to come and jump my team, be on my team just because we both don't like the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Or a person that we don't talk all the time and I'm thinking you're a friend category, but at the end of the day, we don't like this type of agenda, so you're willing to jump on for the agenda, but I don't see you when things are going good for me, or I don't see you when the agenda is not fitting your agenda. I don't see or hear from you when things are not going where it's going to be beneficial for you.
Yeah. And what's the 3rd type of person or 3rd type of friend? Constituent. Yeah. What is a constituent?
A constituent is a person who is not for you, but they are for what you are for. Y'all have the same, they can look like a confidant. They know how to walk the talk of a confidant. They have the same motives. No, they don't. They can seem or appear as they have the same motive as a confidant, but really they have their own secret motive. You think they're for you, but they're not really for you. They're just for what the agenda or the cause is.
Okay, so those are the 3 types of friends or people that you're definitely going to encounter as far as growing in life. The constituents, comrades, and confidants. Okay, let's bust these down. Let's start with comrades. That don't sound like people, like in real life, everyday real life. I'm at work, we work together. That's what comrades gonna be at, or maybe in the work field, if you work in the executive, any level, if you work blue collar, if you work at the plant, you're gonna have comrades, right? Because we gotta all do this job to get along, right? I mean, that's the only thing I can add. The only reason I would have to be around a comrade. What would be some real life situations to be around a comrade? Because I don't got to be around my confidant who's hanging out with this group of guys this week. You see what I'm saying? I don't got to hang out with them.
So there was a situation. What's the young lady that just got killed by the officer? I can't think of her name. But if we just want to go there, there's a situation here in Decatur, Alabama, where Steve Perkins, we're still protesting, right, for him. And there are a lot of people for that cause. We're all aiming for justice for Steve, right? But we don't like everybody that's saying justice for Steve. When we go to those gatherings and protests and stuff, we're a comrade. I can honestly say I might be a comrade to a couple people there because I'm not there for them. I'm not there because what they're for. I'm just here for the fight of
common
the
cause. Okay. Man, I hate we had to figure that. But I mean, it was a good one. But I mean,
that's what came to mind. So yeah. Just wanted to...
Yeah, so okay, so after we disperse or whatever we do, then I mean, it almost sounds like a comrade. What if we are here for the Chris Brown concert? Do you see what I'm saying?
So you can have to bring it into a closer circle, right? You can have people that you grew up with. Let's say you have a handful of people. We all grew up together. We all grew up on. I'm here in Decatur, Alabama. We all grew up on. My grandmother lived on the north and west side. So I'm from the north and west side. I have a handful of folks that's my age. We're all around the same age group. We know each other. We are not against really each other where I'm trying to tear them down, but we kind of grew up together. But these folks are really not for me. You know what I'm saying? They're really not for what I'm for, but we all kind of can be around each other and we're against for them. So everybody, I'll give you a perfect example. Everybody at the bar and grill and somebody from Athens or Huntsville come and jump on a Decatur person from the Northwest. Guess what all the Northwest side gonna do? We not even gotta like that person. We ain't gotta be for that person, but we all for the same cause. We gonna jump you because you can't come be outside and come and jump on one of our Northwest people. That's comrade.
Okay.
There's a lot of comrades. We watch their lives and stuff. There's a lot of people I watch their lives. I'm not really for what they're for. I'm not this and that, but I'm for what they're against.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Associates. I guess the better word would be associates. Associates, the associates in your life, the associates at work, your associates in your everyday crossing path, the type of thing. Yeah. Okay.
Now, the second of the bunch is constituents. And so they seem sneaky, sleazy, they seem like they get into your core friend group. Constituents could.
They can, because it's easily to confuse them with a confidant. You know what I'm saying? They usually expose themselves though because they have their secret motives. They have their own agendas. Imagine being in your darkest hour, going through the darkest situation in your life, and you called a constituent instead of a confidant, but you thought they were a confidant. But how did you know they was a constituent? Because they exposed you in your darkest hour. They had to let everybody know instead of keeping it confidential between you and them. Those people who go Facebook Live, those people who kind of, gotta let it be known they know you. You just kind of. I can give another example. I'll give you a perfect example. Your family. I know they love me, right? We are for the same thing, which is for the best for Major. But at the end of the day, I have to realize those are not my confidants. Those are your confidants. We are really considered constituents because we're for the same thing, which is for Major. But if not, Lord forbid, I pray we never get to that place so that don't happen to us. But if it was to happen to where I'm not for Major and I got my own agenda, then guess what? They're not going to be for me. They're still for Major. You see what I'm saying? So those are not my confidants. Those are my constituents. We're for the same thing. They're not for me. They're for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to paint the picture of what it would look like in real life. I have had friends.
You're using our real life.
Yeah, I think I might be blessed I am blessed to actually I actually believe that there are one or two. I actually am blessed with a real life, loving family, in-laws, in love, however you want to say it. I believe that at the end of the day, they want the best for either one of us.
No, to be honest with you, I completely agree with that. I completely agree with it. It's just that keeping that thing 100. Since these my constituents, let's keep that 100, man. Y'all ain't really for me, so everything y'all invite me to, the way you acting like you feel about me, all the cap you putting on it, you can really honestly miss me with that. This, you know what I'm saying? Because this is my confidant. So you know, I understand that family, in-laws are constituents. That was kind of heavy. I mean, I hated you had to, you know what I'm saying, use us as an example, but I mean, it's the best example because it's the only thing, you know what I'm saying? That's what a constituent really is in your real everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Your girlfriend, you know, you ain't married, your little girlfriend, her mama don't mess with you like that, bro. Okay? She don't. She love her little girl. So the moment you cross the little girl, she gonna be crossing you too. She don't mess with you like that. She's definitely gonna advocate for the little girl to get on away from around you. They gonna advocate for you. Hey, baby, you can do better than that. Major, what? Y'all, you gonna be all right, Major. Don't you even worry about it. You gonna get another one. It's got another one. God gonna bless you. They gonna tell me God gonna bless me.
Right. I mean, but that's the truth of the matter. Yeah. At the end of the day, I love my sons. And as much as I disagree with them, I don't care how much encouragement I give to any young lady that they may date. At the end of the day, I'm for them. I'm right with them. Son, you can do better. And he could be dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just being real. But I think the importance of is to know when it comes to that particular one is because so many of us confuse that one with a confidant. I have personally in my life have confused people I thought that was a confidant that was really there for me, that was there to see me win. I thought was there to see me win. I thought was really here no matter what, and then realized, no, they was really there because of their secret motives, what was there for them. And these type of people, I would consider is what you call seasonal. They come in your life to either help you grow, or they might even come as a stumble in life to make you fall, but I will hope eventually it still help you grow. But they're not really there for you. They're there for whatever agenda that was for you guys or for their own agenda.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. I can speak for men, hey guys, if it should be easy to distinguish what a confidant and a constituent is. Okay, a confidant probably is day one, and if it's not a day one, then it's somebody that you have years with. History has to come with confidence. You know, I mean, I would think, man, wow. But well, anyway, I'm talking about for guys. So normally for guys, history comes with confidence. You know, people that you can be confidential with, people who can hold your water, you know, and I mean, maybe he's gonna tell his wife. I don't know. That's a funny one for me. But don't be confiding in what was we just talking about?
Constituents.
No, not even constituents. In-laws. Yeah, don't be confiding in in-laws. Yeah, because in-laws is your constituents. Don't be confiding in co-workers because co-workers is your constituents. Okay? Everybody who doing the same thing you doing, they ain't for you. That's what you saying, right?
I'm saying it's
man,
broad.
That's a fact.
That's broad, but I think there is some people.
But that was the example that we used.
We're using it as an example, but do know that's not for all cases. There are some in-laws that might be actually for you, whether you with their loved one or not.
But it's going to start out as a constituency relationship. And I'm talking to guys. I'm only speaking to guys. Mm-hmm. So it's going to start out as that's your constituent. Uncle on her side of the family, your uncle-in-law, who cool, he's definitely all for his niece. He love her to death. Don't get it twisted.
Well, not only that, I think it was something that you said in all the years. I do think that people, you can confuse someone who you've been friends with from day one. They might not be your, even though you've been knowing them since grade school, elementary school, pre-K, whatever the case may be, day one, whatever it looks like from you. Then you can grow up and they not be your confidant.
I 100% agree with that.
They could not be they could have been a constituent or a comrade the whole time.
The whole time.
You just know them, I just wanted to point that out. And when it comes to the confidant, just for a different, I guess, outlook of it or perspective for it, you do want that person to be for you, and you are blessed when you have one. But I think when you go into a relationship, your significant other should be your confidant. I think a lot of times, especially with this modern day and these new relationships or marriages, a lot of times they're not looking at that person as their confidant. They're getting in with these business deals. They're getting in with this comrade attitude or mindset. We're gonna fight against what we're fighting against, and they're not really their constituent or their confidant. And I think that's where issue comes with a lot of it.
Okay, so in a marriage, they're not their constituent or their confidant. How could this possibly be?
How would it?
Wow, what? How would you get there? I mean, how could somebody that you saying that you married to not be your confidant?
Because the spouse don't know how to allow themselves to be a confidant. They're going and sharing all the information that they shouldn't be sharing. They're talking too much, or they're stepping outside of the marriage and sharing information. Now, I think, women, I think as a woman, a lot of times when we get so angry with the man when he's in infidelity or cheating is, hey, you gave her the ups on me. Hey, you shared some personal information. She shouldn't be able to tell me something about, us or you that I don't know. You see what I'm saying? So when you go into that perspective of it, yeah, they can definitely not be your confidant, but they should be. They should be your confidant. If you're in a marriage, y'all need to be aiming to be each other confidant. But a lot of times in this new era, and these younger people, you're not each other confident. Y'all against each other. It's like, you're not for me. What are we really for? We're for the appearance. We're for the money. We're for the clout or whatever, so to speak.
Man, wow. So you saying that some spouses, men or women, aren't their significant others, their spouses, the person they're married to, they're not their confidant.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's a dangerous game.
Man.
So, which is why we're touching these topics. You should know, with these 3 categories, you should know where to put people at in your life. And it's something you said earlier. I don't know if we was on camera or not, but that's why it takes self-evaluation, so you can know where to put these people. Take some time to yourself so you can evaluate your life, evaluate those around you, evaluate those that are connected to you, to know, hey, are these a confidant, or they a comrade, or they a constituent? Where are these people in their life, whether it's a spouse or not? Because a lot of times these spouses, they're out here, I can't confide in you. I can't be confident and secure in you. I can't find my safe place in you because you want to go expose me to your friends or family. You want to go to Facebook and go live and tell what I'm telling you in confidence. So where do I find my safe place? And then you will wonder why I react or behave or step out the way I do. You're
not a wife or a husband if you were exposing a husband is supposed to be a covering, and a wife is supposed to be a helpmeet.
Absolutely.
And so you're not helping me if you're exposing me, and I'm not covering you if I'm exposing you.
Absolutely.
We're not married.
But you are. I think that's the issue,
that
man.
Crazy.
So, and I don't want to go too much into it because this is another topic, but that's where it goes into what does a covering look like? When it comes to a marriage, where is my secret place? Where's my help me? If I say something to you in confidential, why are you going to share this on Facebook? Why are you sharing this with family members? Why? Because at the end of the day, we just said before, when it comes to most families, they're your constituent, because at the end of the day, they're for who they love. They're there for who they are. So when they sharing that stuff, when your spouse is sharing that intimate information with the family, and then they get over it and again, I don't want to go too much into it because that's a different topic. But let's say you and I get over something, then we still wonder why the family looking at me sideways because you the one share something. So now I'm not safe around your family because you didn't know how to cover me.
You just bust a confidant spouse down to a constituent, and and that's very scary to I don't want to be nobody should want to be in anything with a constituent in a marriage, because you were speaking on marriage, so we got to stay there. So that's just horrible.
Aim to be the confidant, because at the end of the day, when you're married, your spouse should be your confidant.
Okay,
you should be blessed to be able to say, my spouse is my confidant. He's my covering. I'm confident that he is for me. He is for what I'm for with him, and he's for, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they're not. It's heavy when you come to a confidant in marriage, because you don't want, and I talked to one of my younger cousins about this. You don't want to expose too much. Honestly, you should be confident in your husband or wife to know that whatever I expose to them, they're not going to expose. But would you at least think they have enough wisdom to know what to expose and not expose? But you also need to have the wisdom to know, if I expose this to them or to my family, you know, at the end of the day, they're my family. So you don't want to expose too much to make them look at your family differently. Or your spouse differently.
Yeah, I just think that's a thin line, because if you're exposing anything to a thinking man or a thinking woman, then they already know that there's layers to that and it's much deeper than the tad bit that you did expose. So any exposure is exposure. And so, you know, I like confidants within marriages anyway. And so that's, you know, that's what I got for that. But